They call it chemo brain.
Yeah. Well, the problem when you're taking the dog medicine is you're trying to pee on fire hydrants and stuff. So
yeah,
it becomes
barking
a
at the mailman, he got a little pissed off.
Right.
But it's embarrassing that you as a man could do things so damn stupid that you got to rely on people.
It's embarrassing for you, but everybody else thinks nothing of it.
Well, I'm blessed because I got a wonderful team. I got fantastic family, I got fantastic friends, and I got some caring nurses. I cannot say enough about nursing. I cannot say enough about nursing.
Yeah, the nurses are fantastic. Your palliative care is fantastic.
Yes.
Your first doctor, not so much. But hopefully that changes.
Well, we've seen the steps that show they have.
Yeah. Now, you have another symptom that's way more annoying. And a side effect that is way more annoying, and it's very common with the chemo. I know it's the hardest thing for you to talk about.
Going to the bathroom.
Yes.
I'm a different generation. It's not the sort of thing you share with. But yeah, it's bloody hell. It's let's put it this way, I go to the bathroom and feel like I haven't eaten in 3 days. Because you haven't. It's gone. Everything you just ate is gone. It's there. It's gone. So I've had to eat things that my Mayo Clinic went out the window with this because you got to have the calories. It doesn't matter that you wanted to lose weight. Under chemo, if you lose weight, you lose body mass. You do not lose fat. And that's a hard thing to understand. It's fact. It's not fiction. It's not a story. It is the truth. So you end up having to eat things. Sausage, gravy, and biscuits. I could lose 15 pounds in a week if I don't do the things that I do.
Right. Well, one of the things that happen is every night, just before you go to bed, you go on this feeding frenzy.
I'm starving.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely starving. And
the diarrhea is a real battle. I mean, you get it under control, and then any
difference in my medication, that if I do something, I mess up and I don't take it. Like last night, I forgot the morning, so I did them with the night, and
that was a disaster.
That was not a very beautiful evening.
No, we had no idea you were doing that.
Well,
I would have stopped you. That was a bad move.
Yeah, it was a bad idea, and I paid for it.
Yeah.
And trust me when I say pay for it, you pay for it. You have no control over your life, if you know what I mean. None whatsoever. And there's times you just stay home. Yeah. I wonder now if this is what people with Crohn's go through. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, probably. Today we had plans to go places, but we're not. We're staying home.
Yeah, that's okay.
Which is fine. I like to stay home anyway. We're just doing this interview thing that we've been talking about doing.
There's new baseball cards in.
There is. We've got into baseball cards. Yeah. Obviously, the key to this has been for us all looking to the future. Copper Harbor. We went to Copper Harbor for a week, and we're going to go back next year. Take our side-by-sides and run around.
It's the bomb.
Let's see how long we can stay. Oh, maybe we can stay longer. I don't know. I'd like to stay longer next year. Well, this year, I guess. It is the new year.
The locals might like us and give us a room.
So, your symptoms from chemo are runny nose, chemo brain, which you can't really explain to anybody until you experience it or been out somebody that's going around it. And you get diarrhea. Now, after chemo, you get really dehydrated, and you're like all these white women now with their Stanley cups. You're carrying water everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
We just get you some, what do they call it, some Uggs and some tights, and there way you go. We could be one of the women at Target.
The new American man.
But after you get done with chemo, after, come Friday, Saturday, you're doing real good. You're out shopping.
It's a different day. Yeah, totally different. Last night, I'm paying for a mistake yesterday. But as the day goes by, I'll be doing a lot better. And by tomorrow, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
And then before I know it, it's the following Tuesday. And it's like, shit.
But your quality of life has been pretty good. Really.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we done
well, it's like I tell everybody, I'm not going down like a bitch. I'm going to fight.
Yeah. That's the whole 3%.
To me, though, I think a lot of people are told the things I was that we already covered. And they're like, well, what's the point?
Yeah.
They're like, I don't want to go through that. Well, I'm not going to take that doctor's word for it.
No.
No way in hell am I going to take that doctor's word for it. And you got the nurses that work for that doctor or under that doctor within the system telling you not to listen to them, telling you to fight positive feelings. So if I got to pick between the two, I want the one with the positive outcome that has me living forever.
Right. So what are some of the things that you're doing outside of what the doctors have?
Well, everything I'm told not to. The pH water, they say, is a myth. That's what I've been told. But it was approved by the National Institute of Health.
Yeah, but what did the palliative care tell you just 2 weeks ago about the pH water?
They're having other people do it now, too.
Yeah, she's telling all of her clients that she's got working with her to do the pH water now. Then, because of your success.
When we talked to palliative care, we mentioned something I'd heard about called RSO.
Right.
And I learned that from the veterinarian's office.
Right.
True story. And RSO oil is Rick Simpson oil. It's a guy from Canada that came up with THC. And we get it, and it's like in a syringe, and you put just enough on your fingertip as a grain of rice. And you eat that.
Yeah.
And I do that every night. Some people do more. I do once. I don't want to have that in my system during the daytime.
Yeah, well,
I take it before bed.
Explain why you're doing ours. It's not just for the medical benefits, for others' benefits.
Well, I didn't know that at first. I take it for the medical benefit. They use it as an I talked to the palliative care lady, and she said, it's funny you mentioned that. She'd never heard of it, but had just come back from a seminar out west where some hospitals out west are already using that as an immunotherapy. But I took the Rick Simpson oil and for cancer, to fight cancer. It doesn't make it go away, but it prolongs it. So then I went to Copper Harbor. We keep talking about this place. My brother and my father wanted to see why it was so important to me, so the three of us went up there for a few days. Mm-hmm. And I'd forgotten my oil. Oh, bloody heck, it was something. It was doom and gloom. I mean, it really affected my thinking. Really negative, dark, end of life. So I learned the Rick Simpson oil. If you don't believe it does anything for cancer, take it just to keep the negativity out of your brain. I go about my day like any other day, 20 years ago, 40 years ago. What am I going to do today? What am I going to do tomorrow? Oh, maybe in a month or two I'm going to do this. There's no thought of cancer goes through my head on a daily basis. I just don't. It doesn't enter my mind. I got things to do. Mm-hmm. But take that Rick Simpson oil away, and I hate to say it, but I'm not so sure it'd be the same results.
Well, we're going to clarify that we're not promoting people to do anything.
Correct.
Do your own research, find out for yourself. We're just here to tell you what Patrick is doing for Patrick. That has nothing to do with anyone else.
And
that's our disclaimer.
Also, while we're putting out a disclaimer, this interview was my idea.
Right.
It was mine.